All of that said, let's. I'll go ahead and give us a recap of what's been going on, and then we can kind of get into what's happening today. So this is episode 7, and last session in episode 6, parts 1 and 2. You guys arrived in. You left the island of Mispace, and you arrived in a little Velkoran port town, making your first foray into Velkora proper, and really feeling like you're finally kind of on your way toward this lich that has caused so many problems. And as you arrived at Velkora, you specifically arrived in this little port town of Vigorova. The town, as you got close, you started to realize maybe it's not the cute little, island city that you might expect. Maybe if you're picturing like what it would be like to arrive in Hawaii or something. It was pretty grim. The buildings were kind of rotting and burnt. The air almost felt poisoned and choked. It was the whole place just kind of had this dark vibe to it. And up on the hill, there was this towering black cathedral casting a shadow over the harbor, which was filled with these dredging ships. The locals, which were mostly aquatic folk, you had sea elves and tritons. They moved around the town like ghosts, beaten down and afraid. Doc, you quickly got a sense for the truth, which was that the sailors of these dredging ships were actually all undead. The Lich's undead army of sailors that operate these vessels. And so all these villagers and people that live here were walking around and being forced to maintain and clean these dredging vessels and provide for these undead sailors. They all seem to be either cruel servants of the town's ruler or people that had been cowed into submission. And so Rusty, your friend who you had met and your stowaway, who had kind of given you some information on what to expect when you got here, she hopped off the ship and she introduced you guys to a genasi, a water genasi there, who seemed to be kind of running the docks, named Wario. And he told her to report to the barracks. She introduced him as someone who could help you guys. And relatively quickly, that became clear that she was kind of lying to you. And some other acolytes came by and addressed her as their superior. And so you guys pretty quickly realized that she was actually working for the leader, this guy, Father Ord Casto, the Prophet of Truth. And she walked away with these acolytes who took her up to him, but not before she could give you guys a quick glance back, kind of almost a look of wanting help and like she didn't really want to go and work for this guy. Wario, just being a nice kind of intern-style friendly guy, gave you guys some information, told you he would help you guys get an audience with Father Casto because, of course, why wouldn't he want to help you guys become part of their, for lack of a better word, cult? And then you guys went and you met Rickety, who you learned Rickety was the tavern owner and Rusty's brother. And he gave you all the information about Rusty's backstory and how she's only working for Ord Casto because she has to and because he forces her to, and otherwise he would hurt her family. And so he went with you guys to Ord Casto's daily benediction that he does every night. And you guys walked into the church. Doc, you sat right up in front. Ghana and Ez, you guys kind of lingered in the back. Polaris, you went up and hid in kind of the balcony to get a better vantage point. And a hush fell as Father Ord Casto walked out. He's this kind of scarred Triton with flowing robes, and he was talking with his voice dripping with charisma and menace. The air kind of grew thick, and as he finished, he walked back and they explained that now it was time for kind of the confession hours. And this was the time for, if anyone wanted to have an audience with him and confess truth, this was the time for it. And so Wario, as he promised, got you guys set up, took you guys in, and as we ended, the whole space was kind of coiled tight with tension as you guys walked and were entering into the room of the Prophet of Truth to either confront or interrogate or otherwise address his grip that he has on these poor people of this town. that is where we will pick up today. Ooh. And so this is where we pick up for today. We, as we mentioned, have a guest. So our guest today is Aki from AkiandFam, a great streamer. Definitely check him out. He is going to be playing the part of Ord Casto, which I'm just going to get this out there. If anyone hasn't noticed this, just to get out of the way, his name is a reference to the villain from Halo 1. He's otherwise completely dissimilar, but Ord Casto, the Prophet of Truth. Just getting that out there. Aki is playing the part of our villain. So you guys enter this room, and before any conversation happens, before anything else happens, what are you guys looking for? What are you guys doing as you step in? How are you guys feeling as you walk into his room? Are you feeling a little scared? Are you feeling a little bit gun happy, trigger happy? Are you guys how are you guys feeling as you walk in here? Maybe angry?
Intrigued. I was just trying to check his ego a little bit. He's a little riled up about the whole preaching of truth and how knowing this guy extracts truth from people. As he's kind of fighting with his ego of I could do it way better than he could, but then as also think to yourself, no, that's not what we're supposed to do. You shouldn't do that. That's not good. But then that kind of darker side of his mind is kind of Graw in over his shoulders, you would do it better than him. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Ghana, you're intrigued.
Ghana just wants to know how he does it.
Yeah, how's this guy getting all the truth? And maybe Ghana's also a little curious, why is this guy saying he worships truth, but there's nothing here about Ayun? What the heck is that about?
Well, Ayun's not the god of truth.
Sure, but maybe it just seems weird that he's not at all acknowledging whatever this eyeball is.
The god of truth.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything for that guy either. It's just this weird eyeball
he's
thing.
Very interested in. Yeah, just a lot of things don't add up, but it seems to be true. Rusty and her brother were saying that, he gets the truth out of everybody, so he's getting powers from somewhere. Yeah. Even though it's not the god of truth.
Laris is definitely curious because, again, with journalistic, she wants to figure out the truth of things that are going on. She recognizes this clearly not a cool way of doing it, but she is with the struggle she's had to get truth, to get people having to dig for information, it definitely makes her a little bit curious and a little bit jealous in a sense.
I like to picture, I feel like dogs and cats always have a sense of emotional intelligence that is in some ways almost deeper than humans do, and they can tell if things are kind of tense, and you could tell that they the hair on their back starts to stand up a little bit too, almost static. And I like to think that Polaris has a little bit of just that sense of that there's some tension.
A little bit of that static cling going on around her neck.
Yeah. What's Doc feeling right now?
Doc is feeling a very strong sense of justice. He recognized that these undead sailors were some of the same that attacked Portaluz and his tavern, and he really wants to get to the bottom of that. And he also knows that all of this is tied into what happened to the Lord of the Whales 150 years ago, and he wants to know the truth. And so Doc, in his mind, is ready to do what he has to do to extract the truth from this quote-unquote prophet of truth.
That's a great point. Something to remember too, just a little tidbit that you guys learned early on that I want to make sure we don't forget. when those undead sailors attacked Portaluz, and you guys were then kind of checking all the bodies and cleaning things up, Polaris, you noticed that at least one of them had some form of identification on them that allowed you to connect them to being someone that was, shipped away, someone that was a prisoner. So you have at least one clue that suggests that these undead sailors are people that were captured and shipped off unwillingly. Which maybe would just fuel some of the reason why someone who's managing these undead sailors and forcing them to work on these dredging ships would be someone you're not thrilled about.
Was that information ever made public to us, or was that just something that she found and kind of kept to herself?
I remember it got mentioned, but I feel like it was first episode. Lost to the void.
No. That was at the end of that first fight. So that was the first recorded episode. Yeah, that was known information, and I think at this point you guys would have shared that. So that's something that you all that you guys do all know, and you maybe haven't known quite what to do with that information yet. But certainly, I would think at least most of you wouldn't be thrilled about the idea that this guy might be making undead sailors work who are, innocent people that were taken. So, all of that being said, you guys walk in, and Ord Casto, you, as far as you're concerned, this is just a regular crowd of newcomers to the town. You're probably curious about where they came from and why they're here, and maybe glad that they seemed so eager to come to you and confess and learn more about the Church of Truth. And so they come in. How do you greet these newcomers coming into your office for confession?
Welcome, new wanderers. What brings you to confession today?
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Polaris with us, or is she not with us?
Oh, that's a good question.
Good question.
Ez and Polaris scurried off and hid. So wouldn't it just
with
be
you guys.
Donna and Doc?
No,
so with you guys.
So what we established is that there is a balcony here, and that there was maybe a window from that balcony. This is like a 2-story volume space that his office is in. And so, Polaris, you're just outside looking down through the window into his office.
So it'd be kind of like there-ish kind of thing?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep.
Okay.
Is she hidden or is she in plain sight?
If you were to look up and see her, you could try to see her. She's kind of in the shadows. It's an indoor space before electrical lighting, right? So it's just torchlight. And so she's in a little bit of a dark, shadowy space. So you could look up and see if you could see her if you were. It would be maybe like a passive perception or perception roll if you wanted to kind of look around and get your bearings. But I would imagine you'd have no reason yet to be suspicious.
I have no reason to do that yet. Absolutely.
Yep. So as of right now, she's kind of way up out of your eyesight, probably not looking at her yet.
Okay. So yeah, I just repeat my question.
And then, also to that point in terms of setting the scene, as you guys walk in, there's a desk. There's Ord Casto across the desk from you. And Rusty Scram is sitting behind him in a chair, a little bit sheepishly. She's there, and she looks at you guys a little bit concerned. When you guys first walk in, she's just kind of looking confident, and then she notices that it's you guys. She looks at you kind of concerned about you guys and wondering why you guys are there. But obviously can't say anything because she doesn't want to, upset her leader. So so Ord Casto asked why you guys have come here.
We've come to seek the truth about this place, Father Casto. Curious as to why these undead sailors seem to be in your employ, why they are not allowed to die, why everyone here is miserable, why you are scheming against Portaluz.
Scheming is a bold accusation. I did not catch your name.
My name's irrelevant.
When one attacks a minister's character. I believe a name would be relevant, but immediately makes me a little suspicious as to why you're truly here.
His tensions are raising. Ez is going to point
takes
over.
a step to the side.
Ez is going to point over to the chair that Rusty's sitting in. He's just going to kind of like point at the chair and say, "That's a really nice chair." But in his mind, he's casting, because he has to point at the person he's casting message to. But in his head, he's
just a kid that really likes furniture.
Right, but he's like, but he is talking to Rusty in her head, just saying, "If we can count on you to help us, just nod slowly."
Oh, I was really hoping you were going to say like smile or something, and then I'm like, she's a parrot, she can't.
Oh, except, take that back. Ez would do as normal. He'd be like, "Hi, this is Ez. If you could, if you want to help us, can you nod? Thank you. This is Ez. Bye."
I love that we've canonically established that he just always leaves really professional voicemails when he's doing telepathic communication. So Rusty Scram looks back to you and kind of nods.
And I'm already suspicious, and I see the reaction. Am I able to, is there a way that I can detect what he was attempting to do?
I don't think that, well, I'll let you roll for Arcana and see if you have a sense that some kind of magic was just done.
Sure.
And when I say I'll have you roll for Arcana, I mean I'll roll for it for you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have a D20, but that's about all I have.
Yeah. Arcana's wisdom, right?
Intelligence.
No, intelligence.
It's intelligence. I knew that. I'm a DM.
Yeah, you got this. Got you, bro.
You rolled a 2, so you did not notice.
I have no idea.
I'm too sneaky.
It's like, why? I was just insulted, and now he's complimenting my furniture.
Good cup, bad
normal
cup.
behavior. Here's the thing, honestly, children, because since Ez is pretty young, right? That's so normal that like you'd be in a kind of a heated conversation as adults, and some kid would walk up and just be like, "What is that on? That's a nice
Peanut
chair.
butter.
What is this toy? Can I have some Reese's cups?" Yeah. So.
It's so good.
I don't appreciate how you speak to me. Talking with Doc. I like you. I like you. I will listen to the things that you have to say, but please keep your friend here in line. And also, I must let you know, these sailors are simply here, doing the work of our wonderful King of Velkora. I have no idea what attack you're talking about. But if you come here seeking truth, I will give you the truth.
One thing that I have a question
Rusty
about.
Scram did nod back to you. Did I say that?
Yeah,
Just to make sure I
said
said that. She nodded back. Yeah.
And Ez is just kind of like raise his hand and start talking. So I do have a question for you, because people say you're really good at getting truths out of people, or like people really like you, so they talk to you and tell you like what's on their mind. And I think that that's kind of cool. But one thing that I don't think is cool is people don't like always telling the truth. But then also, it's really cool that you can get people to tell you the truth. How do you get people to tell you the truth? Is there like a way that gets you to like have people open up to you? Or is it, and he's just like rambling on, trying to give people time to like figure out like kind of a plan of action.
I so badly wish that the answer would just be like, yeah, I read How to Win Friends, and what's that book? The famous book, like
for dummies. How to get people to tell the truth for dummies. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I read that really famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I just, it starts with a good firm handshake.
So he's rambling. I'm focused on him. Is anyone else doing anything?
Ghana would speak up. He goes, I was told by some of your followers that you worship the God of truth. Is this correct?
In a manner of speaking.
Is the symbol of the eye anywhere in this this room here?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's on his hat. It's on his shirt. It's on his trident.
It's on my trident. Yeah.
If you were fighting with him, you would see that it's tattooed on his chest. It's all over.
All right, then. The God of Truth is Savras, and this symbol is not his. So what deity do you follow? I am a man of faith myself, as he holds out his holy symbol.
What does your holy symbol look like?
Yeah.
It looks like, ironically, it is, and it's like a P, but the P is in the shape of an eye.
Okay. Oh, it's like 3 eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
That's cool.
So, ironically, Ghana's deity has eyes as its symbol.
Yeah. Making it all the more confusing.
Yeah. So I would look at his holy symbol and just simply say, "It seems that your truth is not too different from the truth of which I speak. If you wish to understand more, I would be happy to share with you some of our holy scriptures. And I'd like to use my ring." Do they know about the ring? They don't know about the ring, do they? Okay.
We talked about it, yeah.
Good. So I have a ring, and I want to search his inner thoughts to find something that he's ashamed of concerning Rusty. If there's anything concerning Rusty that he's ashamed of.
Okay.
Ashamed of?
Or concerned with.
You could scan kind of everyone in the room to see if they have anything that they're concerned about or worried about specifically.
And
with
he
regards
scanned me, like, is it only, or is it only people he sees?
Probably only people I
mean,
see, because I don't know you exist yet, basically.
Okay.
I can tell him what he finds in Yana's head.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what are you searching for specifically, you said?
Yeah, basically your thoughts on Rusty, if there's anything I can use against you.
You're going to be very
disappointed.
disappointed.
Somebody had pointed at Rusty.
Yes. In Ghana's head, you're going to be very disappointed. There is nothing that he is ashamed of, but if you dig through his thoughts, you would, I guess, be able to say he knows there's something about Rusty that she's hiding. And it's more, he wasn't able to get the information from her.
Okay.
And when you cast this, it works for everyone in the room.
Perfect.
So,
Is there a
Doc
save?
and Ez, what would be on your mind in terms of your thoughts or concerns about Rusty?
Doc, I want to know why she's here. Why she seems to be flip-flopping on us, or, are you for us or against us sort of situation? Because I have no idea that Ez communicated with Rusty and got the little nod. So I want to know, why are you even here? Did you not have any idea we were going to come after this guy? Like, that's what Doc's thinking.
And then, given Ez's expertise in that line of magic, would he know what just happened when that ring goes off?
Yeah, I think you would have a sense that your mind, because you're familiar with this type of magic, and because it's such a powerful form of it, you would certainly have a sense of your mind has been invaded somehow.
So then, right as you get to Ez, you're just gonna see like a corporeal or incorporeal like visage of Ez in his brain, just like, "Hi, I see you." And then you're gonna see behind him this gigantic bear just roar in your face. That's what I'm thinking about. His name is Gra. bye, and then he just disappears.
And so, Aki, something to clarify for how that ring will work is you have the ability, if you want to kind of push a little bit further into a given person's mind. Yeah. The important thing is doing that takes some time. So you can certainly do that, but you would basically just be standing there quiet for a minute, for a few seconds, and it would be a little awkward, and people might start to wonder what you're doing.
Yeah, so we don't
While this initial interaction is going on, I just have a question about, like, in the room I see in the picture we have papers. Like, are there, like, different stacks of papers, like, in the image, kind of on the different surfaces?
Yeah, he has, like, scripture and, like, holy books kind of, and, like, laid around the room.
Things that maybe look like handwritten notes anywhere? Like, that I can see from my vantage point?
Yeah, he has a journal, or what looks to be like a big kind of ornate journal that has handwriting in it.
On, like, the main desk or off to the side or behind him?
That's the one that's kind of off to the left there.
Okay.
Off to his left, you're right.
Okay. So while, like, these initial, like, interactions are going on and he seems really focused on his interactions with the three, I kind of want to try snagging that with Mage Hand. Is it light enough for me to pick up with Mage Hand?
It is light enough. I'm going to say, though, you're going to have to roll for a sleight of hand, because if I'm sitting here right now, you're up and above me, so I don't see you, but if something over there gets picked up and, like, drawn across the room, it's going to be
I'm figuring it would go up to the ceiling and then, like, along and then back down to me, like, way around.
Yeah.
I love,
something
I love the risk that's being taken right now.
Yeah.
I feel like peripherally it could work.
Rogue things.
So roll for a sleight of hand.
She sees an opportunity. Oh gosh, okay.
Do it.
11.
Ooh.
It was so close to that 20.
One away.
I think that is not going to be quite good enough. So as you're doing this, I think that's good enough for you to get the book, but it's not good enough to do it without him noticing. So as you bring this book up to you and it lands in your hands, you're looking at it, and then you look up and you see him just staring directly at you.
And
when that happens, Ez is going to point at him, and in his mind he's going to say, "Hold on, eyes on me. I'm not done talking to you." But it's in his brain.
Ooh. Can I resist that?
You don't have to. It's just a communication.
Yeah, it's just message. So it's not like intruding. I'm not getting information.
I completely do not care at this point, because that's my private journal that you guys are not supposed to touch, that has sensitive information on it, and I am upset.
It's fine. Oops.
So I'm staring at her. I'm locked onto her. I hear this voice. I'm not responding to anybody just yet, but internally, I'm giving you guys, like, my internal, like, I'm like, like, you can see my whole body is tensing up, and I'm considering my next action.
Do you want to take a look at what this journal has on it, or are you going to try and...
Yes, since I don't notice him at first, I'm definitely want to be, like, quickly leafing through it.
Okay, just at a quick glance, if you were to read through, you could get more details, but that would take some time. But at a quick cursory glance, what you can tell is that this is essentially his notes of every confession that people have done. So, every time someone comes in here and tells him stuff. So this is essentially his book of blackmail, or, everything that he's got on anyone in the town. He holds it in here so that he can, use it as a tool for, manipulation. And you even see in there little notes. It's not only what they said, but you see little notes where he's, like, making notes to himself about what that could allow. It'll be like, oh, this guy's an accountant and they confessed to doing X, Y, or Z, and so I could use that to have them help me cook the books. Or, like, this guy's a whatever. So he's got little notes in there about like how he might even use these in more nefarious, manipulative ways.
Okay, then so she sees that, and then she looks up to notice he's like dead staring at her. So then she's gonna put on those really cute kitten eyes, the really cute cat things.
Oh, like Puss in Boots?
And wave, and she's gonna wave and cast Charm Person.
Amazing. Yeah, I love how, I don't know if you guys have seen Puss in Boots, but it's like a whole thing in that movie where they like practice being able to make their eyes all huge. I'm trying to remember, Charm Person has a wisdom save, right?
Yes. Of 11.
Okay. So let me do that for us here real quick.
Roll bad.
I have 13 in wisdom.
Oh.
So I'm gonna roll for you. Oh, my little thingy went away. Let me pull you up here. I'm sorry, you rolled a 2. So you feel charmed.
Yes!
13 wisdom? No.
Yeah, well, that gave you a bonus, but it didn't. If you roll pretty low, I can only do so much. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yay!
Because 13 plus 1 is still
All right. Well,
3.
even though I'm charmed, what does that mean? I guess for me at this point.
So
I still know
if
she's
it fails,
there, right?
You regard me as a friendly acquaintance.
You now see her as friendly. So in this situation, basically what I'm going to say is that you see her and you just think she looks like basically a cute little like cat person. And you're like, instead of seeing her as like probably a threat, you see her as like maybe being, just like basically like if a cat or a dog had come in and like knocked your book off the shelf, you might be a little bit annoyed by it, but you don't think it's a threat to you. You see it as kind of just a friendly.
Am I annoyed by it to the point where I can force Rusty to go shoo away the cat in my window?
I think that you probably just not send her for violence. You might send her back. Hey, can you go check out this cat up there or something?
Yeah, go check out the cat. Rusty.
But don't hurt it.
Go up into the window, shoo that cat away, and bring my journal back. But don't hurt it.
But don't hurt it. I want to keep it. I love that. Okay, so Rusty's gonna head out, and she's gonna come up, and she's gonna head over to you, Polaris. That's gonna take a minute though. So, as she's on her way there, what else is going on in here?
Well, he initially was in the middle of talking to Ghana.
Yeah. Okay, so Ghana, you can kind of finish what you were saying. He was.
Well, no, he was asking him what deity he worships. And
yeah,
he
that's
said
right.
that
And he
we were kind of alike, and then
we're
he casted the ring.
Yeah, so you kind of ended mid-thought as you were trying to.
He asked
read his
me
mind.
he asked if he wanted me to read him some of the scriptures.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
Right.
He asked if you wanted to hear any of the scriptures of the gospel of truth.
This might be a mistake, but Ghana would say yes.
Okay.
So, am I able to use the ring to cast while I'm reading so that I can press in on Doc specifically because he seemed the most sus when I was scanning thoughts?
Do you mind if I take a seat?
Yeah, you take a seat.
Well, the other thing too
and
is
it's like nice couch over here.
After
Go ahead, Ez.
After Ez got probed and he like pushed back, preventing any memories to be.
I definitely don't want to push
known.
in on Ez. Absolutely.
Then Ez
kid's
knowing
gotten
what
some
he's
trauma.
doing, because Ez literally does the same thing, he's gonna use message to Polaris, Ghana, and Doc. Again, it's technically 6 seconds per casting, so depending on time frames here, just to let you know. But he would let each of them know. He's probing in our brains. You might want to put up some defenses.
Yeah. Now I will say I can give you guys a chance to do some of that, but basically, unless you have some knowledge of Arcana and these kinds of spells, it's going to be pretty tough for you to control your mind in that way. It takes some pretty specific training. So this is kind of his whole shtick. He's really good at being able to use this spell while he's kind of gotten so good. He's a well-oiled machine at reading these scriptures, and he can do it almost without thinking about it. So
Right, and Ez would
absolutely,
still do it. I mean, that's just, he'd still warn everybody.
Yeah, so you let your friends know. Casto starts to read these scriptures, and he's reading about, it's all, for what it's worth, Ghana, I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. You can perceive these feel pretty surface level, pretty uninspired. It feels like if someone was just trying to write like kind of first thought about like why truth matters and stuff. And it's a little bit like weird at points, and it's about how like, the truth is the only way to redeem your soul, and you need to give all truth specifically to this prophet guy, and it's definitely a little bit weird and doesn't feel like you have spent decades reading real sacred texts, and you're like, this feels like if I tried to write a book, not like
made up a religion.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, I'm not trying to. And so but nevertheless, as you're doing this, let's see, I'm trying to remember here. There's so many different spells. Detect thoughts. If you want to press in a little bit further, we have I think again a wisdom saving throw.
Save.
But basically I'm going to give you, I was going to give you disadvantage on it because he has an extra strong ability to do this. But because that this is happening, Doc, I'm going to just make it cancel out that disadvantage. So you just have to do a wisdom saving throw to try and prevent him from kind of digging deeper into your mind. And it's going to be a wisdom saving throw of 18 because he is really skilled at this.
Here we go.
Be wise.
Nope, it was an 8.
Oof. Okay, now here's the thing. You can kind of feel the way I imagine this. I don't know. Did you guys watch? Whatever. There was a Marvel movie where there's a lady, like a villain lady, who could like literally with her hand like reach into people's brains and you like see it.
Yeah, it was
He's not
Deadpool
doing
movie.
that. Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to out myself as being a heathen.
Family friendly.
Yeah, I definitely didn't watch Deadpool 2.
I watched it.
Yeah, but yeah, there's the character. I can't remember her name right now, but she like literally reaches in. Obviously, Ord Casto physically isn't doing anything, but Doc, in your brain, you almost feel like there's a hand like reaching into your brain. Very uncomfortable, not painful, just uncomfortable. So you're aware of this happening, and he's going a layer deeper into your mind and looking for anything, either your greatest source of shame or thing that you are the like most something that you don't necessarily like to talk about, and or if you are concerned, just basically any vulnerability that you might have in this moment.
Can I paint it like he sees a picture?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at the subconscious, the further you get past the conscious and into the subconscious, the more it is images and feelings and less like linear thought.
What Ord would see is a slightly younger Doc, drenched, his ship that he is on partially damaged, crew members strewn about, his first mate Frank, who's a Harangon, soaked and kind of worse for wear, and Doc is on his knees as he is watching the Lord of the Whales sink into the ocean after being killed. It would be his greatest defeat, probably of all time. Something where not only Doc was bested when it comes to strategy, when it comes to like defenses, but also like personally bested. Clearly the king of Crespont, there's shenanigans going on, and he feels conflicted, he feels betrayed, he feels kind of this sad rage inside of him, which I think Father Casto would immediately be able to equate to that is why he is so irate with me at this very moment.
And you would know, Casto, that the Lord of the Whales is a creature that people have always historically, for many people, it was just a legend. But even within legend, it was seen as a benevolent creature, maybe dangerous, but like the primal spirit of the ocean that brought good fishing and good tides. And so people, like some like smaller tribes would even like pray to this creature. This was kind of the known, like people who loved the ocean saw this as like the patron saint of the sea, so to speak.
I would also add that Doc isn't a traditional paladin. He in many respects not worships, but like communes.
Yeah, communes with
the Lord of the Whales. So he basically lost what he feels like is his deity, he feels like, in a moment. So he feels like his god was killed, more or less. So that's how heavy it is.
And he was party to it. Yeah, party to the death of the thing that he felt was most sacred.
Interesting. And then specifically, obviously I see that, but I'm also searching for any information regarding Rusty and their relationship with Rusty.
Yeah.
So he would know that Rusty came with them from Portaluz to Mispace, and she disappeared for a while, and when they got past the trials on Mispace, that Doc barely saw some sort of arms, as he describes them, like extending from herself, like for just a quick moment, and that their ship had been completely repaired over the course of just a few days, and that Rusty had been friendly with them and really enjoyed being on the ship, I think, for the most part, but clearly had a secret that they had pressed her for answers to that, but she had kind of worded her way through it in a way that satisfied them. And Doc, for the most part, isn't too worried about Rusty. He's frustrated with her because he thought that she was a strong ally, but clearly at this point he does not think that she.
I think too. Yeah, you perceive these conflicted emotions of feeling betrayed by her. But I do think as you press in, you would get that memory of when she was walking away and looked to you guys for help, a moment of entreating you guys.
Yeah.
And so you might be able to pick up that there's some kind of a connection there where she maybe is starting to feel a little bit reluctant to be serving you, Casto, and that she's hoping that these guys will help her. As you're doing this, she can fly. She's a bird. So she flies up to that window and she lands next to you, Polaris. And so that all takes a minute for you to read and kind of reach in. And so you'll have a minute to react to all of that here in a minute, Doc, and to continue that. But while that's happening, Rusty flies up and she lands next to you, Polaris. And she, before she just tries to like take the book out of your hands or anything, she was told to be nice to you. And so what do you say to her when she gets there?
She's going to use message to her and go, shh, just give me 1 second. And as quietly as she can, she's going to try to tear out, like, not a ton, so it's not like super obvious, but like tear out a handful of pages from various spots in the book to keep them for evidence. She's like, shh, just give me a second. I got to get the evidence. And tear those pieces out.
She's going to help you.
That.
Yeah.
You are going to have to roll, but she's going to help you. She's going to help you by kind of fluttering her wings to make it a little bit noisier. And I'm trying to remember, how does help give you
the help
advantage?
Action is advantage on your roll.
Perfect. That's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, you get to roll with advantage on
sleight of hand?
On sleight of hand to see if you can do this without him noticing that you're tearing pages out of his book. And he's pretty distracted, so he's focused on what he's doing.
20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
So
Lucky.
You tear all but one page out of this book. You get all of them.
And he's not going to
You
notice.
just hand him back the cover.
He's not going to notice that I tore out all the pages. I didn't want
Just
him
the
to
spine
notice.
of
Isn't that funny?
No.
You did it really stealthily. So you do it in a way where the page that's left still kind of is like, like arching.
The
and so
index page.
Yeah, it's the index page. And you hand it to Rusty. Sometimes succeeding really well is, it's a good thing, but it's like sometimes you be careful what you wish for. And so Rusty looks at you. Her jaw is just like open. She's just like, "What did you do?" She's like, "What are you guys doing here? You guys, you cannot mess with this guy."
We have to get to the real truth. This guy's clearly got the info. It's fine. It's going to be fine. And she'll give her the book and be like, just put it facing, spine out so he doesn't notice. And give her the book.
Rusty takes it and she's like, "Look, here's all I need to know. Are you guys here to rumble? Are we about to rumble here? Or are you guys just trying to? Is this the conversation, or is this about to turn nasty?" And she looks down, kind of nods toward Doc, who's clearly starting to look. Your shoulders have a couple knots in them at this point. You're looking a little bit tense.
Uncomfy.
She's going to start pulling out her yarn, which she'll have noticed has like bits of glass and wood and metal and stuff that have been like tied off at different points on it. And she's like, "I would get ready if I were you. Doc is not in a good mood today."
It's like the most metal thing I can imagine a grandma doing.
Yes.
I imagine going to my grandma's house.
Thorn whip?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
her
it's her
thorn whip.
thorn whip.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I imagine someone
That's
like
so
a
funny.
granddaughter going to their grandma's house with their new boyfriend, and the grandma, like, instead of taking out a shotgun to be threatening, just takes out her yarn that's full of glass. She's like, "You better be good to my granddaughter." Oh man.
So good.
Okay, so Rusty sees this and clocks what you're saying pretty quickly. She takes the book, flies back down. She doesn't put it back on the table because she's worried that by like laying it back out open, it might be a little bit conspicuous. So she just kind of, again, Twilight reference, she does the little thing that Bella does where she like holds up the book. She's like, "Here it is." She like, I've been watching a lot of Twilight. She like shows them that she has the book, and then she goes and sits back down. And with that resolved, Doc, you just had someone reach into your mind and like poke around and do stuff. How are you responding to that?
Doc throws his trident at this guy.
Oh, that's happening.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Heck
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's it.
so as you do this, a couple of things are going to happen. Before you guys all have to roll for initiative, I want to do a few things. First, you have your trident in your hand, and I'm going to slow roll it a little bit. We're going to kind of go into bullet time before
All
combat
right.
starts.
That's fine.
So you're gripping it a little bit tighter, and you lift it up, and it's clear that you're about to throw. So a few things are going to happen. First of all, Ez and Ghana, as you see him clearly like gripping his trident and about to, like, you've known him long enough now. You guys have been through combat together a few times. You see that look in his eyes, and you could tell that something weird was just kind of going on, especially you, as you could tell that something mentally weird was just going on. What are you guys doing to kind of prepare yourselves in that moment? You could try to calm him before he actually throws it. You could, I don't know, brace yourselves to launch into battle. What do you want to do?
Anna would probably just ask Doc, "Is everything okay?"
I like the idea that Doc is just like, "You know what? I'm just feeling a little bit frustrated right now." And you just complete
I need to go pee.
Yeah, you just shake him out of it. It's like, "You know what? Just save email as draft. I'm not gonna."
Right? Because
Yeah,
like
sure.
he's talking to Ghana,
Yeah.
like reciting the verses and
That's
whatever.
true.
So if like Ghana looks over and like
Yeah.
Doc is just like shaking in anger, like
Mhm.
he's like, "Is everything okay?"
So do you respond to that, Doc, or are you still just like steely resolved staring at this guy, staring bullets in him?
No, I think Doc would say this guy's in my head.
Okay.
Clearly, this guy is in my head. and I'm going to take him out of it.
Because you said that audibly to like the room, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ez then would be like, my turn, and he's gonna ready dissonant whispers.
Okay. So you ready dissonant whispers. Doc, you are kind of locked and loaded.
Ghana is going to talk to Ord. He goes, does your deity give you the ability to search people's minds?
I don't need a deity for that.
Then how do you?
I think you'll have a chance to respond, and then bullet time is
Do I
probably going to
see
start
that
to run out.
as he's engaging me in conversation? Am I knowing that I'm actually targeting Doc? Do I see that Doc
roll for perception? You could roll for it, and I can just add for it.
You roll. Go ahead. Or who's rolling?
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do notice. You look, and you out of the corner of your eye, you see that he's like his face is turning red, and his grip on his trident is tightening.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, I immediately release Doc. And I call for my acolytes to come into the room.
Okay. So, kind of all at once, Doc, you tighten your grip. You're getting pretty angry. Ghana, you ask him what's wrong. He says, this guy's in my mind, and I'm going to get him out. You start to ask a little bit more as you say a very cool line to kind of intimidate this guy. And seeing that this is about to go down, kind of sensing the air in the room shift, you call for a couple of your acolytes. There were two that were standing just outside of your office. And so they come stepping in. 1, 2. And so they are now in the room with you. And as you do this, I'm going to have you guys roll for initiative. I'm going to roll for initiative for all of the things you're fighting.
Okay.
And no matter what you roll, Doc, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a surprise attack with you're going to throw your trident is the first thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ghana,
I was going to have
initiative.
him be escorted out, but you guys decided you wanted to fight. All right, fine. That's how it is.
Ghana wanted to talk it out.
Yeah, well, Okay.
Ghana
I see these
always
all happening,
wants to
but
talk
you guys have to tell me because I'm too slow. Ghana, what did you get?
I got, was it a 19?
One of them got a 19, yeah. There was a
19?
19, and 18, yeah. There's some
Ez, what did you get?
18.
Let me
18?
say this. I appreciate y'all using your good rolls for initiative. Thank you.
Right.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah, so Ghana's a 19, Polaris is a 20,
20, and what were you, Ez?
Ez
Or, sorry,
is
Doc.
an 18.
I'm a 14.
Jeez. And Doc got 14. Got him. All right. Here we go. Let me make sure I got this right. Yep.
And then since
Cool.
Ez ready dissonant whispers, would it go off after Doc's trident?
It will go off in just a second. I'll tell you where it goes here in the order. It'll go pretty early here, though. So as combat begins, you, Doc, before he
There,
can,
check Discord.
yeah, you pull this out and you get ready to throw. You launch your spear, and as this goes sailing through the air, hold on. Sorry, my computer's wigging out on me. Sorry about that. Here's kind of how this combat begins. You throw your spear as you are prepared to now dive into his mind. And the other thing that happens, these two, you guys notice, you would hear behind you, though you don't see it. 2 people come walking in the door behind you. And these are robed Triton acolytes of Father Casto. And then you also notice across the room that something is happening in Rusty. Her eyes kind of dilate, her body kind of contorts. She stands up like at attention, and she looks at you guys, and her eyes kind of turn red, like in Invader Zim when Gur goes into battle mode. And as all of this happens, and as this scene is beginning, all of a sudden it goes freeze frame like the Matrix, and we start spinning around like the cool Matrix cameras, and it fades to black.
Hey guys, my name is Mark and I'm the lead pastor at Lux Digital Church. I hope you're enjoying the D&D campaign, the show today. I hope you're having a great time hanging out with the entire crew. And I also wanted to tell you that over in our Discord server, we have an ongoing Dungeons & Dragons West Marcher style campaign. That means you can jump in and play at any time that is convenient for you, as long as there's a game being offered with a variety of different dungeon masters and players. We have games that are posted every single month that you can join in with, starting at level 1 and going the whole way up through level 15 in D&D in the new 2024 5th edition rules. If you're interested in joining in and playing some D&D with us, all you have to do is join our Discord server at discord.gg/luxdigitalchurch, and then go ahead and grab the D&D rule, slide down inside of the channels to the Play D&D section. You can look there and find different videos on character creation, different elements of the world that we're playing in, and then you can submit your character and jump in and adventure off of the guild board soon. Once again, I hope you've been enjoying the show and the live stream, and we hope to see you over in the Lux Discord to play D&D with us very soon.